Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Echoes to Symphony, your go-to place for fun, interactive and engaging lessons on language and communication. My name is Victoria Adesi, and I'm your host. Absolutely thrilled to have you here today. We'll kickstart our journey with a very crucial aspect of English grammar: nouns. We use them every day when we write and when we speak. They're like the bricks of language. They help us to build our sentences. But what exactly is a noun? Well, not to worry, we'll start at the basics. We'll define what nouns are, and we'll also learn the different types. And trust me, of course, we'll have some fun along the way. We'll play games, and I promise you that at the end of this session, which could be broken down into two parts, you'll not only know what nouns are, you'll be spotting them in your day-to-day life. Whether you're learning English for the very first time, or maybe you just want to refresh your knowledge, I can assure you that this will be an enlightening and engaging journey. So, are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of nouns? If so, grab a pen, grab a notebook, and let's begin. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, feel free to pause, rewind, or rewatch any parts that you might find challenging. I'll be here to answer any questions you might have once you drop them in the comments below. So let's get started. Right, introduction to nouns. What is a noun? Well, simply put, a noun is a word used to identify people, places, animals, things, or ideas. Okay? It is one of the basic building blocks of a sentence. So why don't you take a look around you and see if you can spot nouns, because they're everywhere. Anything you see, anything you can touch, or you could talk about, is represented by a noun. So we're going to learn the different types of nouns. I'm taking them in two batches. So the first batch, we're going to be looking at just 4 very important types of nouns that they are. Right, proper nouns, that's top on the list. What do we mean by proper nouns? They are names of specific things, specific places, specific ideas, specific people. Once you have a particular person or thing that you're talking about, the name of that person, the name of that thing is a proper noun. So we have my name, for example. My name is Victoria. So Victoria is a proper noun. These words always begin with a capital letter. So it's wrong for you to write Victoria with a small v. It has to be a capital letter V. So we have other examples. We said they're names of people, Victoria, names of places, London, and so on. So think about yours. After proper nouns, we move to common nouns. Common nouns, just think about it, common. So already that gives us an idea about what we're talking about. Names of general things, not specific ones. So anything that doesn't have a particular name specifically for it, what it is called is a common noun. For example, I used myself in the first example, I'm going to use myself again. I'm a lady, okay, or a woman. There are over 1 million, maybe billion women in the world. So the word woman is a common noun which refers to all of the female species on Earth. Okay, so that's what we mean by general things. We have the example here, boy, lots of boys out there. City, We have lots of cities as well. Company. These are not specific names. They're just general names. So that's why they're common nouns. So try to remember the difference between proper and common. Proper refers to specific names. So in the case of this word boy, the name of a boy could be John. So John is a proper noun, while boy is a common noun. We have city. Perhaps we could use New York. New York is a proper noun, city is a common noun. Just like that. Next on the list, abstract nouns. I'm really very particular about this group of nouns because it can be so confusing and tricky sometimes, but it's not something you should worry about, okay? Abstract nouns are things that you cannot touch. They're abstract. You probably can't even see them. You can't use your 5 senses on abstract nouns, but you feel them, you sense them, okay? So they're just ideas and feelings. So think about it. What are those things you can't see, touch, taste, hear, but you feel, you experience? We have example, happiness. When you're happy, joyful, or sadness, you can't see those, but it's an experience that you have. We know about the concept of time, but we can't see it, can we? Music. We can listen to music, but we can't see it. We can't touch it. You can touch something and say, this is music. You can't do that. So any word that falls under that category is an abstract noun. We're going to delve more into these as we move on. Next, we're going to collective nouns. Collective nouns. We collect together. So we're talking about groups. Groups, isn't it? So names of groups, names of collections. That's what we call a collective noun. We have examples. We say a team of workers. One person does not make a team. It has to be more than one. So it's a group. It's a collection. What about a herd of cows? Another group. Or a flock of sheep. Or a bouquet of flowers. So words like that, those are called collective nouns. So we have been able to successfully look at proper, common, abstract, and collective nouns. These are not all the nouns, mind you, not at all, but let's start with practicing how to identify these 4 because they are very important. So now it's time for us to practice identifying nouns in an exercise, okay? So I'm going to say a sentence and you will pick out for me the nouns and identify their types. Are you ready? Right, I have Tom plays football in the park. The pack of wolves is coming towards us. Happiness is the key to a fulfilling life. So, how'd you do? Okay, let's see. Now in sentence number 1, Tom is a proper noun, football is a common noun, and park is also a common noun. So we have 2 of those in that sentence, 2 common nouns, 1 proper noun. I'm sure you remember how we know which is proper and which is common. In sentence number 2, pack is a collective noun because we're talking about a pack of wolves. And wolves is a common noun. Animal, okay? Now in sentence 3, happiness is an abstract noun. Key is a common noun and life is also an abstract noun. So remember, a noun can be a person, place, thing, or idea. It can be something you could touch, like a ball or a toy, or it can be something you can't see, you can't touch, like joy or sadness. understanding the different types of nouns will truly help you become a better writer and reader. So now it's your turn. I am going to give you a series of sentences to practice with so that you will check your understanding. So here's my first worksheet, Introduction to Nouns, and I have about 10 questions. Identify the proper nouns in the sentence, write down 5 examples of common nouns, then you tell me these words, are they abstract nouns or collective nouns? So you have to think about it because they're very close. Provide an example of a common noun which you will convert into a proper noun. Think about that. Then I also have another sentence. Honesty is an important quality in a friendship. So find the abstract nouns for me. Write down 3 examples of collective nouns. Identify the proper and common nouns in the sentence. David enjoys reading Shakespeare. Choose the collective nouns in this sentence and then convert the collective noun flock into a sentence. Which type of noun is kindness? Abstract or collective? You could drop the answers in the comment section, or if you'd rather be more private about your answers, send it to me via my email, echoes2symphony@gmail.com. All right, I'll see you in the next part of nouns. Ciao, ciao.